Welcome back. Now, workers' leaders have vowed to defend the industrial court against proposed legal amendments, warning that any changes to its structure or operations would undermine the protection of workers' rights in Uganda. Now led by NRM National Workers League chairperson, Honorable Alinaitwe Rwakajara, the leaders, together the Central Organization of Free Trade Unions, COFTU, said they will resist attempts to alter the court's mandate or placement, insisting it remains vital for safeguarding labor justice. We take a look.
Speaking during a meeting with members of the Central Organization of Free Trade Unions, COFTU, in Seguku, Honorable Rwakajara emphasized that the industrial court remains an institution for protecting workers' rights and must be maintained in its current form.
Industrial court is a very important court. It's a court where workers should run to. So this business of amending the law, putting restrictions on who should be the panelists, that they want only lawyers, making it a division of high court, I think it's not a good idea. We should maintain the industrial court we have.
He said that plans to amend the law or place restrictions on who should serve as panelists will not be allowed, since the court plays a crucial role in defending workers across the country.
Because that industrial court is very important, it simplifies the work for the workers. Because workers, if they go to other courts, it is very difficult for them to take a day or to have their rights observed. So that's why industrial court was established. It was established to help workers because it's a dispute. It brings the negotiations between the employer, whether they are chosen and the accuser, in understanding, without penalties, without going into legalities, without going into different things.
The industrial court currently operates under the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, but there have been proposals in Parliament to move it under the judiciary, a move the workers' leaders have opposed.
Industrial court is a workers' court. That is the tool that we have. Why should somebody just wake up from nowhere that we are amending the laws that the industrial court should go back to the mother ministry, to the mother whatever? No, for us as workers, we are not in for it, and we shall not accept. First of all, we are even advocating for more judges to that industrial court. So there is no way somebody just going to manipulate us and put us in the box and say, you accept the industrial court to what? No, there must be something they are looking for.
COFTU Secretary General Honorable Simon Yomochi also dismissed the proposed amendments, saying that the current structure works well for the workers.
So, the industrial court is a court where workers always run to when they have issues. So we have been we have an industrial court in Uganda, and at one time it was a bit redundant. It had been made almost not perform for some time because we didn't have a judge, and we pushed and then worked with government, and now we have a good industrial court. But also we have been having, we have heard that there are certain amendments that the industrial court is coming up with, especially they want to remove labor unions or trade unions being members of the panels or members of the industrial court, so that we don't have representation. I think that is something also that we have said that will not work, because an industrial court is a court that is specifically written and worked out in such a manner that you simplify the law and the access to justice and the delivery of justice, so that is in the way, in a manner that is simple and a manner that is more accessible to the workers and the people in that area. And that's of course a specialized court.
He urged all workers MPs to remain united in defending the court and protecting the existing laws.
So you cannot come up with a formulation where you want to kill in the industrial court and replace it with something which is like a high court in the industrial court. That is not possible. So the good thing is that anyone who is trying to come up with such an amendment will first of all have to come up to convince the ministry, because it cannot come from anywhere. It has come from the ministry responsible for that sector, that is the Ministry of Gender and Labour and Social Development, and then it has to come to Parliament. So that will be another area where we have members of Parliament for workers, and ourselves shall have to go to Parliament. So we don't see any possibility of any law. A law can only be amended to support or to be improved to support the situation, maybe to improve on the way the delivery is. But
COFTU Chairman General John Okecho pledged to continue advocating for comprehensive industrial policy and promised to defend all laws that support workers' rights.
The policies that we have, that there are many policies that we don't have in this country. One of them is, as I told you the other day, industrial policy. We don't have it in this country. Why? And that's why there is a lot of violation of workers' rights. In workplaces, people are going through hard work and what have you.
Meanwhile, Workers MP Agnes Kunhira Abori noted that they are working on new legal reforms aimed at strengthening the protection of workers' rights, not undermining them.
The 4 roles of members of parliament are the most key important areas in addition to what we do for our constituency in terms of representation. We still have a number of laws that need to be improved on, amended. One of them is going to be the Labour Unions Act that we need to look through, but there is also the Public Service Act. Those 2 laws require to be improved upon in line with what is happening today.
The workers' leaders vowed to continue engaging the government and parliament to ensure that the industrial court remains independent and fully functional in serving the interests of the Ugandan workers. Julius Mhomuza, Church of Uganda Family TV, Newsat8.
Solidarity forever.